Welcome to my channel Tech Skill Builder. Are you ready to level up your mobile application development skill and build a real world apps with the confidence? This channel is for you for mastering the React Native from absolute basic to advanced techniques. Whether you are a student, a self-taught coder or a working developer looking to sharpen edge, you are in the right place and right channel. So what you will learn in this channel, we'll learn step by step tutorials on React Native CLI, and then we can learn Expo CLI. So we also learn React Native real-time project to build your portfolio. We'll learn different topics like state management with Redux, context API, and more. We'll integrate Firebase APIs, third-party libraries. We'll learn debugging tips, performance optimization, deployment strategies, UI UX best practices to make your app stand out. So look at we'll learn this React Native. Uh, so before learning to React Native, before learning React Native, we'll see the how the mobile OS and application frameworks. So evolution of mobile OS and the application development frameworks. So we'll understand the platform, languages, why React Native matters. So React Native for the beginners. Evolution of mobile OS and application development frameworks. So we'll understand platform, different languages used in those platform, and why React Natives. So we'll see the history of mobile operating system. In 1990s, early mobile OS like Palm OS, Windows Phone emerged for personal digital assistants and the basic phones. After that, 2000 Symbian OS dominated Nokia devices, BlackBerry OS gained traction in the business uses. In 2007, Apple introduced iOS with his first iPhone. Later, 2008, Google introduced Android open source OS that quickly dominant. In between 2010 and 20, rise and fall of the platforms like Windows Phone, Samsung Bada, Tizen because of different reasons, and Android and iOS remains leaders. Now we will see different mobile application development frameworks. So we have seen like React Native. These are the framework: React Native, Flutter, Xamarin, Ionic, and their type, how they are. So React Native is a cross-platform. Flutter is also cross-platform. Xamarin is a cross-platform, and Ionic is a hybrid. So features like native like UI JS base. So React Native is a native like UI JS base hot reload, and Flutter uses Dart language and fast UI rendering. Xamarin is a cross-platform C# base backed by the Microsoft, and Ionic is framework is a hybrid type, and it uses HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we'll see the difference between cross-platform and the hybrid apps. So what is a cross-platform app and what is a hybrid app? So app builds using the single code base that runs natively on the multiple platform, that is a cross-platform. And web apps wrap into native shells using tools like Cordova. We can say like it's a hybrid app. So in cross-platform languages uses like JavaScript for the React Native development, Dart for Flutter, and C# for the Xamarin. And in hybrid app they use like HTML, CSS, JavaScript framework. So React Native is a framework, Flutter and Xamarin are the framework. In hybrid app, it's Ionic, Apache Cordova, PhoneGap. So we'll see the performance wise. We'll see the performance wise how is which I mean whether cross platform or hybrid platform are good. So near native performance better than the hybrid in terms of the we'll go for the cross platform like React Native, Flutter, Xamarin, and hybrid slower than native and cross platform due to the reliance on the web view because hybrid apps reliance on web view. Code reusability in both the conditions there are high code reusability. Access to native APIs. So in case of the cross platform, it is very good because of we can do the bridging and the different plugins available in cross platforms. And in hybrid apps, there are very limited access to the native API. So we'll see now mobile OS programming languages like as we discussed earlier, native Android uses Java and Kotlin, and native iOS they use Swift and Objective C. So So we have seen different platform, cross-platform and hybrid apps, and this course is related to React Native. So why to learn this React Native over the different cross-platform? So single code base and develop the application for both the platform and on iOS. So we'll write only one code and it will available for both the platform Android and iOS. Familiar syntax. If suppose you are the React guy or JavaScript guy, then this is very great for the web developers. Performance. Native platforms like speed and the UI responsive. So if suppose you will use a React Native for your mobile application development, it will very similar to your native platform. Community support. As it's backed by Meta, the large ecosystems of the tools and libraries are available. If suppose you stuck anywhere you will find any issue, then there are community support is large amount of community support is available. Cost effective as it develop for the both the platform Android and iOS, it reduce the development time as well as teams. And if suppose you will do native iOS, so we should have different iOS developers, different Android developers. So as either it's a single code base, we can reduce the development time and the team size. So what are the different required software required and installation process in terms of Windows? We'll look into that. So download and install the latest version of Node.js. That is the first things we need to do. Second is you need to download Java JDK 17 version and install it. Then you can set JDK path to the system setting, environment variable, system path, edit and paste your JDK bean path to that path setting and save and apply. And then you can download the Android Studio. You can download Android Studio in browser. You can get the link and then you can install the Android Studio and then you can set your SDK version to environment variable in the system setting. So for today, in these sessions, we have seen like different history of the mobile OS. Different time there are different OS launches, and then in between 2010 to 20, Android and iOS only was the was only the leading tech OS, and we have seen different framework uh, like the cross platform and hybrid. Like cross platform support, take the example React Native, Flutter and Xamarin. They uses different languages. Like React Native uses JavaScript, Flutter uses Dart, and Xamarin uses C Sharp. And hybrid apps, they uses HTML, CSS, and the JavaScript. We also seen like what the native platform they uses a language like Android, they uses Core Java or Kotlin, and iOS uses Swift and Objective C. We also have seen like what are the different software required to and their installation process on Windows to start working on any React Native app. We also seen like what are the benefit was to start using React Native uh, uh, to develop the mobile application, like it is single code base, faster UI, I mean UI responsive, it support, it has more community support and all. Thank you very much, guys.